to really kind of go all scouts and game prep and all that, and I actually thought they had good energy today. You know, we quit having practice on the first day of class many years ago because that was always a disaster. But I thought they had good focus and really good energy, moved around well. You know, it was kind of different because we've been in camp mode, good on good, and now all of a sudden you got some scouts. So just trying to get everybody organized and kind of knowing how we have to transition practice now with the scout periods and stuff. But good start. Not a long day on the field, but a good start to what we need to do to get ready for this first game.
Have you made a decision on the quarterback? You're still going to wait till Monday?
Yeah, we're going to put out a depth chart, I think, on Monday.
Sure.
And but we got a good idea where we are and how we're going to go into this game, and we'll go from there. But we'll put that out on Monday.
What's your health of your team now as you get that?
We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We really are. We're very fortunate because this is a tough game, and you have to practice tough to get ready to play. And but we've been very fortunate, to this point to come through camp in a pretty good spot. Got a couple guys that got banged up a little bit last week, but I don't think nothing serious or long term or anything like that. I think hopefully everybody will be ready to go next week.
Most of the time when fans are talking about starting quarterbacks, you think the guys are going to start 95, 100% of snaps. Is it possible, or how likely is it that we could see, 70%, 60% as a starter, and then 30, 40% snaps for the backup throughout the year?
Well, I've actually said really for a while now that whoever is the starter, I don't foresee any situation where we are right now where only one guy plays. It's just kind of not where we are. So we've got that same situation at several positions, to be honest with you, not just quarterback. So, but like I said, we'll put out the depth chart on Monday. We'll have a starting point and see how it goes.
You can coaches sit down and talk red shirts yet?
We have. We've talked about kind of, like I told y'all the other day, if nothing was changing, just kind of our process on how we would go about who we'd like to hold. And so we've got some good thoughts on that. But there's a few guys that are kind of on the bubble that we need to kind of see how we go here the first part of the season, that we could transition one way or the other into definitely red shirt or, hey, you know what, we need to play them. So we got a good feel for that right now.
How's Mark Fields? I guess he was.
Yeah, he just banged up his knee. He's all right. He'll be fine. He ran pretty good today. All those guys are. He and Milan bruised his knee as well. But I think both those guys look pretty good today, and hopefully by Monday they'll be out there ready to roll.
Is it good to get the camp behind you and start preparing for an opponent and see a scout team out there running Furman?
It was great to get back on this really nice grass out here today. I think all the guys, everybody, coaches included, were excited to just get back on we got such an awesome practice facility, and we're really lucky that we got a place like the Meadows to go and move camp to. But yeah, it's just camp. You're just constantly watching yourself and evaluating yourself and correcting practice tape and getting ready for the next practice and the installation, and oh man, this is what the defense has, and getting ready for that, and vice versa. So it's definitely good to be able to just start watching other people and kind of start figuring out what you think they might do or what they could do.
Top quarterback obviously gets a lot of the conversation as far as position battles go, but what are some other ones that you think have been really interesting?
Kicker. That's been a really interesting battle. I think punter, Carson King and Spires, and Spires is they're pretty close. So I think that's a battle that will continue to see there. And we've had great competition at wideout, tremendous competition. Same thing at backer, corner. I mean, we got 3 corners that all want to start, and that's really not possible, but with just 2 corner spots. But so we've had really some good competition at running back, tremendous competition at running back. I mean, very good players that are battling out, and kind of are where we are right now. We'll see how it goes in the season, but as I said earlier, man, I probably feel as good about our running back position as any position on our team. And then we got some spots on special teams. That's something we don't talk a lot about, but we got some jobs on special teams that are guys are trying to compete to get on that bus. The 72-man roster is going to be tight. It's going to be tight with this roster that we have. So special teams is going to be as competitive as it's ever been.
Is BT one of those guys that's pushing for
He is.
a spot right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, BT's had a really good camp, and Hugo is definitely the guy at kicker right now.
Right.
He's earned that. He really separated, but BT's got a chance to win that kickoff job.
What about right guard and right tackle? Could Bockhorst push for time there against Pollard?
Well, I think that they're all pushing for time. I mean, we played a lot of guys last year, and so I think if you play, you're pushing for time because you get the opportunity to play. Then you have the chance to go in and either outperform the guy in front of you, or if you're the guy in front, separate more from that guy behind you. So I think definitely everybody's got opportunity because we'll play multiple offensive linemen, but that first five, those guys are pretty entrenched in there. They've done a nice job for us.
Have you seen Trevor Lawrence come on toward the end of camp? Like you finally see him starting to, now we see that this is where he's going to be.
Camp. I mean, he's had some days here or there, and just like anybody, but he's had a really, really strong camp. I mean, he's a special talent, and it's been fun to see him compete, and it's been fun to see Kelly compete because he's really done a great job. And then, Chase. I'm always waving Chase's flag around here, like, hey, don't forget about me. He's a really good player, and he's had a great camp. So I'm very confident in all three of those guys, and it should be fun. Like I said, we'll play more than one guy, and the best thing for us is they play well. That's the best case scenario. But that's where we are from an evaluation standpoint, and can't wait to see it all play out.
How's the senior leadership on this team developed and continuing to develop?
No, it's great. This is a very veteran team, and these guys they're just good people. I mean, they're not just good leaders. I mean, they're really good people that are leading, and so I've been really pleased from that standpoint.
Did you get the answers you were looking for out of Kyler and Mario coming into?
Yeah. I mean, they're not polished at all right now, but athletically, physically, the mindset that you got to have, that's all there for these guys. I mean, they're just going to get better. I mean, we've been preparing for a season, and when we start getting ready for some games, I think they'll make another jump as we kind of hone in a little bit on game plans. But we've thrown a lot at those guys. But yeah, they're what we hope they would be. Like I said, they're not consistent, detailed, polished players right now, but they are fast and athletic, and again have the mindset that it takes to get better.
Circling back with Fields, do you think he'll be ready to play for the first game?
Oh yeah. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be ready to go.
I guess you have walk-on tryouts going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, hate to ask, but any Hunter Renfro's or anybody in that mold?
I don't know. We go through it and talk about it. Year in and year out when we do that, sometimes we're just looking for a specific need, and it might be a year where we just need a lineman, and he might be the worst guy out there, but we really need that body, So it just kind of depends year in and year out, but we try to do it twice a year just to give kids opportunity on campus and create a little bit of an inventory. Occasionally we need to call a guy out. We've got a couple guys on the team right now that we've done that, and that's how Hugo got on the team. That's how Teasdale got on the team. It's how several of these guys have made it. So it's a big day for a lot of these guys, and we'll see how they do.
Speaking of walk-ons, we heard a lot about Jason Hopper at wideout, and then we hadn't heard much about him in the media lately. Could he push for the 3 deep depth chart?
Well, Jason actually left the team and went into the ministry. He went into the ministry, and but was a kid that I really was fond of and very talented. But he just kind of got called into that ministry field, and he's doing well.
With Kyler and Mario, do you feel like you've seen enough from them that you would trust them early on in the season to go in and play, or do you still need to see some more out of those guys?
No, they need. I mean, we're going to mix them in on special teams, and then hopefully we can pick our spots. Ideally, you'd like to pick your spots when you play them, but hopefully we don't have to, count on them to play starter type snaps, but it would be great if we could, create the depth that we need there, and that's only going to come through experience, and so I definitely think that those are two guys that as we go through the season, we'll grasp things a little bit better and have more opportunity to play.
Are those top three? Have anybody else kind of separated a little bit as far as maybe
Those three are they're, I mean, those guys are pretty elite players. AJ, Mark, and Trayvon, as far as just where they are right now, experience-wise, knowledge, consistency. They've separated, and then you got freshmen. Anthony hadn't played; he's trying to figure it out. Kyler, Mario just got here, so there's just a big drop off. When it comes to just knowledge and confidence and all that stuff. But talent, we're talented.
How about Mike Jones? How was his camp overall?
He had a good camp. He's a guy that we'll have to make a decision on, but really pleased with him. Got a bright future.